everyone. It's week 2 of What Happens When Women Say Yes to God online Bible study. Nikki and I are here again for just another great week with you. You were fabulous last week. The comments you left on the blog, the participation in the blog hop.
Amazing.
Great job. Keep up the good work. And this week we're going to keep rolling, and it might be a little bit of a challenge. We have 2 chapters for you this week. We're going to do chapter 2 and chapter 3. Chapter 2 is called Hearing God's Voice, and chapter 3 is called When Obedience Becomes Radical. But don't let that scare you, because you just need to check the blog every day, do the assignment. It'll take you maybe 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes, don't we?
Yes,
That's right. We do. And so we're just really excited for what God has in store for this week of Bible study.
Yes, and I am really excited about kind of our discussion today because, these chapters are all about listening to God and obeying and hearing His voice. And so sometimes when I am trying to discern the voice of God, I need to come up with something to help me remember to listen to His voice. And so this week we came up with a hashtag, and it's the Say What hashtag. What? Because I have found in my personal life that sometimes God will tell me to do something and I have a say what kind of moment for a second. Was that really your voice, God? Was that really you? And so this week we are really challenging you as a participant to tune into those say what kind of moments. And we want to hear from you on Twitter as well and on Facebook. If you have a moment where you're kind of like, is this really God?
Right. You're going, say what?
Yeah, we want you to throw it out there to all of us participating in this study, and we're going to pray for you, and we're going to encourage you, and we're going to lift you up as you continue to listen to the voice of God.
Right.
But the verse for this week is actually from Jeremiah 29:13, and it is one of my favorite Bible verses. And it says this: "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." And so, Melissa, last week I shared with you a little bit about my journey with my husband, about a time where I really had to say yes to God, and it included saying yes to God with someone else. And so I was wondering, have you ever had a time in your life where you've had somebody else with you and you've had to say yes to God?
Right, because sometimes when it's just me, I don't have to consult with anyone else, I don't have to get along with anyone else, it's just me and God, and sometimes that's a little easier. But as a matter of fact, it was years and years ago when I was just beginning to lead online Bible study. And I was co-leading with someone else, and we were polar opposites and both very strong-willed. I wanted to lead the group my way, she wanted to lead the group her way, and we had a lot of challenges. And to our surprise, our ministry leader called us in and wanted us to lead again together for the next year. And I'm not kidding, I was like, so what? It was all we could do to get through this year together. But do you know what? It ended up being such a great, it was a teachable moment for me. It was a teachable moment for her. We learned through tough circumstances to work together. It prepared me in ministry to work with all kinds of people. It developed character in both of us. And I can honestly say that even though the year after that we did go our separate ways and lead, we both grew closer together and closer to God because we said yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And so just like I had a time like that and Melissa's had a time like that, you have most likely had a time like that as well. And so this week we want to challenge you to share that story again by hashtagging Say What, either on Facebook or Twitter.
Or Instagram. Or Pinterest, that's wherever you want to say what.
And Melissa and I are personally going to be scrolling through those and looking for them. So we would love to hear from you. And, one of the things that really popped out at me from chapter 4 is on the last page, or on page 55 of the paperback, where she's asking the questions for the Bible study. She said, "We need not fear what our obedience will cause to happen in our life. We should only fear what our disobedience will cause us to miss." And so if we miss the voice of God, we're going to miss our obedience. And so that's your challenge for this week. Listen, tune in carefully to the Holy Spirit and see where He's leading you. Ask the questions. Say, what? God, put it back and throw it out there to people and let people encourage and challenge you as well.
That's right, because you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, guys, so that's it for this first episode of the week, and we'll be checking in with you throughout the rest of the week, and we hope that you have a fabulous start to this week, saying yes to God and saying what and all of that fun stuff. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!
to rise to